lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. So as you know, this video is talking over how I do my vision board. So I've done a new one for 2024, so I just wanted to talk you guys through the process so that you can create an aesthetic one too. So this is obviously first place Pinterest. We've got an explore board, we've got the home page. If you guys haven't used Pinterest before, you need to get on. Create yourself a profile and create yourself a new board. You can call it whatever you want. I've just called mine vision board. As you can see, I've got some pins on here already, but you kind of want to, you'll be starting from scratch, so don't worry, yours won't look like this. But this is just some ideas of what a board that's already been created looks like. So let's just get straight into it because, you guys want to know. First thing you want to do is use your search bar. This is going to be your best friend on Pinterest. So I search vision board because Pinterest is so great. There's so many amazing ideas. And this is where you'll find the images that are usually used on vision boards. So if you scroll down, you can obviously be more specific, but for me, I just want to kind of show you guys the generics. So if you go search vision board, see some images that you like or whatever it is that you want to search for. Once you find an image that you like, on the top drop down menu, you will see where it has your vision board name. Now, if you just click on the little arrow, there'll be a drop down and you can click your vision board and it will save it to it. Once you start kind of choosing more images, it will automatically have that board as your top selection. So then you can just click save. You don't have to click the drop down arrow. Just hover over the image. It will show you your board at the top and you just click save. Sometimes, obviously, depending on the image, it doesn't think that your image, Pinterest is really smart, so it will know which images align best with which boards you have, especially when you start using Pinterest for a long time. But because you're kind of using or pinning a lot of pictures to this one board, it will automatically choose it. Like this one, I had to change it to vision board to save it to that one. But yeah, so just go through, look for some images, see what you like, and yeah, I'm just going to do this and then I'll show you the next steps of what I actually do as well. So I'm just fast forwarding through, and then I was going to show you, so as someone who is a melanated female, one thing that I really like to do on my Pinterest board or on my vision board is have pictures that are of Black girls. So often when you just type in vision boards or like aesthetic, a lot of the images will be of, sorry to say, but white females. And obviously my vision for the year, I am not a white female myself, so I cannot identify as that. So I do like to search things like Black girl vision board. And often there'll be like little quotes like this that says brown Barbie, how cute. But then you'll also have images that are of women with afros, of Black girls, of just like curly hair routines, pamper stuff, and they'll all have images of Black women in it, which I think are so beautiful. So that's usually what I try to search for if it's images that are going to have people in it. So once we've done that, you want to go back to your profile and find your board. You want to click onto your board, and as you can see, I now have 108 pins. This is a lot, but for the type of board that you want, depending on how many images, you really want to be getting more than 30 images and anywhere up to kind of 100 images if you're doing like an A3 size picture. Now at the bottom here, you can see that it says more ideas for your board. So the more you add to your board, the more Pinterest knows what you're looking for. So as you can see now, it's given me loads of ideas that have got pictures of Black women, whether it's pamper pictures, gym pictures. As you can see, it's got some gym exercises. Whatever you start to put more of on your board, Pinterest will start to find you more images like that. So because a lot of the recent images that I've pinned, my whole board isn't like this, but a lot of the ones that I pinned just to show you guys at the moment are pictures like this. So it's got like pictures of black couples, things like that. That's why I like to kind of specify it to Black Girl Vision Board. Pictures of girls with afros, black girls reading, things like that. So yeah, now we go back to our board. And what you want to do is when you click into an image, click the three dots and just click download images. Now, the reason why you don't want too many pictures on your board is because you're going to have to go through every single one and download the image to create your vision board. Now, if you're wondering how people create these aesthetic vision boards, this is how they do it. So I'm sorry, baby girl, but you're going to have to go through each and every one and click it. Now that we've done that, we want to go over to Canva. So on Canva, if you don't have an account again, you're going to have to get one. You don't need Pro. Do not buy Pro. I've been using Canva for over a year now. You don't need Pro. But what you want to do is you want to search for the size that you want your Pinterest to be. So if it's your desktop app, you want to search desktop. I'm going to get my vision board printed and I always frame mine. So I'm searching for A3 poster. So there's lots of options here, but I'm just going to go for A3 poster, and that should give me the right sizing, and it won't be obviously A3 on your desktop, but it will give you the page size and the image size of what an A3 piece of paper will look like. This is what an A3 piece of paper looks like, and then you can just start adding your images. So on the side menu, you've got lots of different tabs, but you want to go to where it says uploads, and then you want to start uploading your files. So because you've downloaded all your images, in your downloads, all your images from Pinterest will be there. Obviously, I'm using a MacBook, so it might be different on your computer, but it should be in your downloads. So you just want to select all of those images. You don't have to select them one by one. You can just Control-Alt, whatever it is, use your arrow, and then just click upload. And as you can see, it's just going to start uploading all of those images onto Canva. Now, you'll see all the images appear, but it doesn't mean that they're all loaded yet. So you'll see in a minute, at the bottom of all your images, there's going to be a little blue bar. That is the image loading. So you want to wait until all your images have got their blue bar fully loaded. Otherwise, the quality of the image won't be that great. So what we'll do is we'll just wait. So you can see the little blue bar loading at the bottom for these, and the image kind of flickers. Once that's done, you just want to click through all of your images and they'll all just add onto your piece of paper. So you can't bulk select, you do just have to go through and click them all. So just click on the image, you just have to click on it once, you don't have to double click or anything, but it'll just add it straight onto your page for you. Once we've got all our images together, this is the bit that's kind of the fun bit, but also the monotonous bit. So you want to select, obviously, the images that you want to do. Now, the best way that I find this is to categorize your images on the page. So in the right-hand corner, I'm going to do images that are more to do with like pampering and self-care. And then on the left bottom-hand corner, I'm going to do like food and health. So any images that are pampering or things like that are going on the bottom right. This one is like money, business, future. So that's going to go in the top at the middle, and just kind of categorize them how you want, whether it's quotes, things like that. So you'll see how I kind of categorize. Top right, I've got kind of business and money. Top left, I've got all my quotes that I want to include. Now, the quotes, you can either group it together or you can wait and leave those till the end and use those as gap fillers. So a lot of people use quotes as gap fillers because it's nice to have your quotes kind of spread out. So you'll see that I kind of do that towards the end. But for now, we're just going to add in all our images, and just kind of categorize them however you want. Obviously, for each person, it's going to be different. But what I'd say is just add your images in, make them, obviously you're going to have to shrink them down a lot. But as you start to create your board, it's going to start to come together naturally. So as you can see, I kind of have a bit of a flow already. So now it's just making sure that everything fits. So best thing to do is, in those categories that you've created, go to each of those corners, or go to each of those, wherever it is that you've kind of grouped your pictures together, and just start kind of molding them. So obviously this one I'm going to have right in the corner. You don't want any white gaps on your vision board, because that's not cute. It's not cute. So for example, this one, and then the key thing to an aesthetic vision board is having the overlap. So it might not make sense if you've never done it before, but one thing that makes a vision board look like a vision board is having that overlap of pictures. You don't want them to just be square on, square on. You want that overlap. You want it to look like scrapbook pictures that you've stuck on, and that's how you want to do it. What you can actually do is you can actually change the layering of a picture. So for example, if a picture is coming up behind the rest of your pictures, you can actually put it to the front. So if you just click the three dots, click where it says positioning, and then you can either send the image backwards, or you can bring it to the front. So, or the other option at the top here where it says position, and then you can bring the image, you can send the image right to the back of all the images, or bring it forward. So it just allows you to kind of layer certain pictures, because certain pictures have a lot of what we call blank space. So they, like, a lot of the image will just be kind of not actually part of the image, if that makes sense. So you can kind of layer other images over that blank space, so that you just see kind of the key part of the image on your vision board. So this is just me kind of going through, overlapping my images, changing some of the positioning, but just kind of resizing the images, making it look a bit more like a scrapboard. As you can see, that brown Barbie quote, I just overlapped that over some blank space that I had, because it's good to just kind of have some quotes in between. So you'll see from the quotes corner, I'm just kind of pulling some in that I think would fit the vision board quite well. I am going to keep a corner just for quotes, or that's got kind of, that's more quote heavy, you could say, in the top left. But the rest of the vision board, I also want those quotes to be around. So you want the quotes to kind of relate to kind of the corners that you're doing. So for example, in the pamper section, I've got like something that says balance. In the money section, I've got a quote that says debt free. Again, in the food one, I've got things like, what does it even say? Don't overthink it. So thinking about trying to exercise and going to the gym, don't overthink it, boo. So just little things like that, little quotes that you can put within the sections that kind of talk to that section, and just make you, when you're looking at your vision board, things that will kind of make your mind go, or make you think over things, make you, yeah, I don't know what I'm saying at this point. I'm going to stop talking. Okay, now we're done. If you are someone who wants to print your poster, you can either just download this design, and just save it as it is, or if you're like me, and you want to print it, you want to go to printer posting. So I just type into Google poster printing, and it will bring up so many businesses that print posters for you and send it directly to your home, and for really cheap as well. So my frame that I have is A3. So for an A3 poster, I'm probably looking at about £10 for someone to print it and post it to me, which I think in my mind is actually really good. There might be places that I can get it cheaper, but as you can see, I'm just kind of looking through, and in your local area or wherever you are, just look through, Google some places and see what you want. So if you're in the UK like me, one place that I really like, and I actually used them last time as well, was this website called Photobox. At the moment, they actually have a Mother's Day deal on as well, because obviously Mother's Day is coming up. So I just use them. Choose rectangular, obviously, because your page isn't square. A3, you want standard. And then what they'll ask you to do is you'll go through and you just have to add in your image. So we'll just click on the left hand side there, click on recents, and your vision board will be there, the one that you've downloaded from Canva. So then you just click on there and it will add your image into the space. As you can see, it looks great. Obviously, if you find that you've done like the wrong page size or something like that, then you can resize it. But I'm just going through, just checking the images, making sure that there's no gaps that I've missed or white gaps that I didn't notice on Canva. But everything to me at the moment looks good with this. You can also just click on the image as well, and once you click on it, it will give you the option to edit it, or if it's not quite fitting to the page, you can change the fit, you can scroll in and out, if you want to cut off some of the corners, but obviously we don't want to do that. So all looks good, and we just want to go through and order. For your board, if you are printing and framing, you just need a matte print. You don't need gloss because you're going to have it in a frame. If you are just sticking it on the wall, then you might like the gloss print because it'll give it a bit of a shine if it isn't in a frame. So I'm just going to go through, choose my delivery details, and the total was £11, but my order's complete. So that is it. I hope that you guys enjoyed. It was a very quick video, but I didn't want to keep you guys long. So yeah, see you in the next one. Subscribe if you haven't. Mwah.